Good morning, everyone, and welcome aboard the Irvine Park Railroad. Now, for your safety and for the safety of others, remember to remain seated with those hands, arms, feet, legs inside the train at all times. Alrighty, folks, without further ado, let's go ahead and get going. All aboard! And away we go on our mile-long adventure through the park, everybody. Now let's go ahead and wave goodbye to everybody we're leaving behind. Wave goodbye, folks.
Bye-bye.
Again, welcome aboard, everyone. We want to thank you for celebrating with us for our Easter extravaganza event here in the park. This event will be ending this weekend, so make sure you get the most fun in today while you can. Got lots of activities here too. We got a bounce house, some skill games, some face painting over there in the corner. You know, I even heard the Easter bunnies here too. I want to look out for them. On our train right here through the park, we're going to come across two major lakes we have here. The first one's going to be here on the left-hand side. It's going to be our lower lake here, folks. And the lower lake's home to many, many animals, including those ducks. We got turtles out there, many fish in the water too. Mainly catfish in the water though. Yeah, the cool thing about this lake here too, you're able to fish in it. And just remember your fishing license. You're never gonna need it.
Hey, I see some!
Just past the rocks, you'll see the upper lake up there, folks. Now that upper lake was dug up back in the year of 1913. Quite a long time ago now. Also on the lake, you'll see the boathouse. That's going to be the oldest building, being built all the way back in 1914. On the right-hand side of the train, you're going to see this road. Now, if you have a chance, make sure you take a ride on the hay wagon. It takes you all the way down it. You'll see a lot more of the park. You might even see a little more wildlife out there, too. Yeah, it only runs seasonally, so again, make sure you get on it before it ends this weekend. Coming up here on your right-hand side, we're going to be passing by a poison oak patch, folks. Yeah, those poison oak rashes can last up to 30 days at most. Definitely don't want to get one of them. Interesting fact about the poison oak, though. You actually get the rash from the stem oil. Yeah, so if the plant's not even blooming, you can still get a rash. So definitely stay away at all costs, folks. As we head past this track switch here, we'll be coming into the oldest section here in the park. Back when it opened back in 1897 here. Some of these trees being hundreds of years old, folks. Yeah, if you look up the trees too, you'll see a lot of our furry friends up there, mostly the gray squirrels. There's also a prime spot for the peacocks. Sometimes they like to hang out back here too. I don't think we'll see any today, but they definitely like to hang out here sometimes. As I stated, these trees are hundreds of years old. One worth pointing out is here on the left-hand side. It's going to be this knot here that looks kind of brown. Now that tree is supposed to be 350 years old, folks. Yeah, very old tree for sure. Over there on the right, you'll see some school kids over there. And those are very dangerous animals. Good thing we had this fence around the train to keep it away from us. Here on the right, you also got that statue of James Irvine II. Now that's the actual man that gave the land to Orange County back in 1897 here. And he loved this park, coming here with his hunting dogs. Favorite activity was for hunting bears, actually. No, we haven't seen a bear since 1908, so we should be fine. Here on the right, you'll see a building too. That'll be the Nature Center. It's all ran volunteer-based, so it may or may not be open today. Usually a good sign is when the doors are open there. You're able to learn a lot more about the park's history and plans here. Looks like we're also coming back up on the boathouse too. And the boathouse is home to all those rentals we have here in the park. One of the most popular ones being the water bicycles we have. Yeah, the water bicycles will be the ones under that patio there with the blue tires, yellow and red. We also have other rentals too, like other types of bikes. They're a lot of fun for all the trails we have here in the park. As we come around this corner on the right-hand side, all the way across the lake, you'll see where all those rocks are built up over there, creating that platform. That's going to be one of our monuments we have here in the park, dedicated to the Spanish-American War there. Also over there, you're going to see a Civil War-era cannon. It's going to be right there in the middle of the platform. Now that originally stood at the Santa Ana Courthouse, but was moved back here in 1926. Unfortunately, they didn't bring the cannonballs with them, so it is a little inoperable. Though if it was operable, it'd probably hit us. Yeah, that cannon could shoot up to a mile away. On the right-hand side, you're going to see a very big red tree. Now, a lot of people often think that's a redwood tree, but they'd be mistaken. It's actually going to be an Australian eucalyptus tree, folks. All the way from Australia. Yeah, definitely a very far walk from here. And on the left-hand side, we're going to be passing by these sycamore trees over here. Now you're going to notice they kind of have a wavy pattern to how they're growing. That's because of a storm that the park had back in the 1960s. Nearly flooded the entire place. It actually took out the original railroad we had here that opened back in the 1920s. It was only an oval track that went around a quarter mile. Nowadays this train goes a full mile, so it's about 4 times bigger. And we're coming back here to the lower lake. We've got a lot more different types of birds here. One worth pointing out are going to be those blackbirds over there with the white stripe on their head. Now those are going to be the coots. Yeah, they're pretty cool guys. Well, everyone, we did save the very best for last. Here at the moment, this train will be entering the oldest gold mine here in the park. Now, in order to do that safely, we're asking that you just remain seated with those hands, arms, feet, legs inside the train. We do want to avoid any avalanches or cave-ins once we're on the inside of it. Alright everyone, we're now entering that gold mine. And remain seated everybody. Here we go. Let's go get us some gold, folks. Well, folks, we did save the very best for last. On the left-hand side, it's the one, the only, the Easter Bunny, folks. Make sure you wave hello to the bunny. Well, folks, it looks like we're slowly arriving back to the station. Hope you folks had a great time out here on the railroad. You're able to learn something new about our park here. Now, we're still in motion, so remain seated.